Hello everybody, my name is Zach, aka the Weather Gamer, bringing you aABL, the aDrive Army Battle League, Week 1 Team Builder. Your Chicago Charizards taking on Ian, aka Electric City, and the Ladner Lanturns. He is the commissioner of NCL, so, oh boy, great way to start this season. Ian's also going to be a coach for Season 3 WWC, so I guess I get to see Trial by Fire before we get to WC what I got coming for me. Unfortunately, I don't have that little logo because you guys know, like, down in the corner between teams, I put the logos for all the leagues. aDrive doesn't have a logo for aABL, which is really surprising, but oh well. So no logo, unfortunately. Also, pretty basic doc, so you won't have like an individual team page, so I'll just try to highlight my team and my opponent's team on this, and keep you updated on record and that the best that I can. So here we've got my team, as you guys can see. Celesteela, Greninja, Whimsicott, Espeon, Seismitoad, Cryogonal, Dusknoir, Megamane, Infernape, Hydreigon, Archeops, and Victory Bell. Oof, sorry about that. With Celesteela, Greninja, and Victory Bell as my Z captains. Ian over here has Zapdos, Ferrothorn, Slowking, Nidoking, Diancie, Alolan Persian, Abomasnow, Megazard X, Keldeo, Diggersby, Gourgeist, and Golisopod. So, I'm going to slide this over, and we're going to start talking about this team. So, Ian's team is incredibly fire weak, incredibly flying weak, and very Edgequake weak. Well, not very, but decently Edgequake weak. Like, the first things that just stood out and that to me when I was looking at the matchup were Infernape and Celesteela look incredibly good this matchup. So I brought both of them. Infernape with Life Orb, Iron Fist, running Flare Blitz, EQ, Close Combat, and Thunder Punch. His best switch-ins for this are obviously Slowking, which isn't going to take 2 T-Punches, Nidoking, which doesn't take an EQ, Diancie, which doesn't take 2 CCs or a single EQ. Zard X can check in on this thing, but it doesn't want to take multiple EQs. Keldeo doesn't take multiple T-Punches. Golisopod I don't think is coming. Gourgeist doesn't take a Flare Blitz very well. Diggersby doesn't take a CC. Persian doesn't take a CC. Like, Ferrothorn doesn't take a Flare Blitz. Like, Zapdos might be his best check, but he's got to be afraid of Stone Edge, which I'm not carrying, but T-Punch will still hurt. So, Infernape can kind of just punch a lot of holes in his team. I just have to watch out for Scarfers, like Scarf King will revenge kill this and take it out. A Scarf Diancie could be a major problem. Zard, once it's set up, is a major problem. A Scarf Keldeo can be a major problem. So, I have to watch my Scarfers, watch out for Scarfers, that sort of thing. But Infernape can put in a ton of work. Originally, I was Mach Punch, but then I realized that both Slowking and Keldeo freely get to come in on Infernape then, and don't have to really fear anything. So carrying that T-Punch, with the attack investment that I have, I can 2-KO both of them. Unless Slowking's like physically defensive over specially defensive. I can 2-KO both of them that way, or O-KO the majority of the things. Physical Infernape this week definitely was the best Infernape, I think. Running the amount of attack that I need to 2-KO or O-KO most things. The speed is so I can beat a Adamant Zard. I'll be able to see if he's Adamant Charizard. If he's max attack, max speed, Megazard X, I'll know if he's Adamant or Jolly if he hits me first without a D-Dance, because Zard X tops out at 299 if it's Adamant, or 328 if it's Jolly. So I'll be able to figure that out. And then I'm bulky the rest of the way with HP. Try to take a couple hits. Zard, once it's mega, basically can come in on this thing outside of taking an EQ. So, have to be very, very careful with that. Rocky MZ Celesteela here. The attack with the Stone Edge Rocky MZ is enough to OHKO a Zard, unless it's bulky Charizard, which I don't expect from Ian. Granted, he could run bulky Zard, but the Z Stone Edge is for the Zard trying to switch in on me, especially if it is pre-mega'd. That will kill. The Stone Edge will kill with that. Post-mega'd, the Edge will put it down within Flare Blitz range. Will recoil it. If Zapdos wants to check in on this thing, because both Zapdos and Zard are his best two switches into this thing, the Stone Edge will do a lot to it. It'll basically force him to roost or hope that I miss a Stone Edge. Air Slash is there because Pharaoh doesn't want to take multiple Air Slashes. Abomasnow doesn't want to take multiples. Keldeo won't take multiple. Gourgeist and Golisopod don't want to take them. And then obviously Subseed just to be annoying. You know, if I could put up a sub and then seed the Zapdos and then switch into Seismitoad, that'd be perfect. Do have to watch out for a potential Hidden Power Grass coming off of that Zapdos, though. We have Archeops with the Choice Band. So I was looking at his team. Ferrothorn is about the only thing on his team that will take a Head Smash, a Banded Head Smash. Zapdos is O-Code. Slowking doesn't want to take a Banded Knockoff, which is why I'm carrying Knockoff. Nidoking doesn't want to take a Zen Headbutt. Diancie doesn't want to take a Head Smash at this attack range. It does not want to take a Head Smash, even though it's resisted. Persian can't take a Head Smash. Abomasnow doesn't take a Head Smash. Charizard definitely doesn't take a Head Smash, Megad or not. Keldeo does not take Head Smashes, or Zen Headbutts either. Diggersby does not take a Head Smash. Gourgeist does not take a knockoff. Golisopod does not take a Head Smash. Ferrothorn is the only thing that checks in on this, which is why I'm running Heat Wave. I'm choice banded with a special move. Yes, I know, that's insane. That's really stupid in my mind at times to do something like that. But if it's your only answer, Heat Wave and then get out of dodge. Heat Wave and go into Infernape. Or Celesteela, one or the other. Because it'll OHKO me back, but 2 Heat Waves kills Pharaoh. I believe that's my calc on this thing. I'm going to double check that import-export. Copy. Calcs, I closed my calculator because I forgot I still had one more team builder to record. I'm running 3 team builders in a row. I just finished PCF. I finished APA. So this was the last one I was recording. Archeops custom set versus Pharaoh, uber defensive. Yeah, Heat Wave 2 shots and I outspeed. So if that thing, it's gonna be a prediction game for Archeops. It really is gonna be a prediction game. What I bring in, and yes, I know Head Smash has a potential to 2KO, but I don't trust it being able to do that, which is why I ran Heat Wave. It's really, really a guessing game. I'm going to have to feel him out and see what he switches, because I can't, if he's got, it's going to depend on team comp, what he's got that's potentially going to beat me. If I see Pharaoh, but no King, either King, then his check to this is probably Nidoking, which means I Zen Headbutt. Like, it's it's really going to be a guessing game as to which banded move I click for coverage purposes. But I'm running coverage, I'm running max attack to Oko, basically everything with an attack. Enough speed to outspeed base king. What else was I trying to speed creep? I think actually I'm just enough to beat the king. Yeah, I have enough speed to beat king, and that's it. I didn't put enough speed to beat anything else. I do have to watch my head smash problem, though, because I do take really nasty recoil from head smashes. But Archeops is a great way to just bust through his team very, very quickly. Bust through a lot of his team really quickly. We do have Seismitoad. This thing is the direct Zard counter with Rock Slide, Quake, Rocky Helmet. Like this, it's bold max defense, or lax max defense. It takes hits from Charizard up to +2, I think. Once Charizard gets a third dance off, this thing won't take a hit. But as long as I get this thing in before it double dances, I can Rock Slide, I can EQ. This is probably my lead to lead rocks. Because Zard is neutered by rocks. I learned that the hard way. Depends on his team comp. If Pharaoh's there, I probably can't lead Toad. I'll have to lead something else. And then Hidden Power Fire is because Ferrothorn. Like, if Ferrothorn's going to be his direct check to this thing, I'll just double HP Fire it and get rid of it then. Which is why I'm negative Spadef Nature. Because I am mixed with EQ, Rock Slide, and Hidden Power Fire. Because I don't have a Fire type move. I am Poison Touch. There's no real point for Water Absorb. He doesn't have... Other than Keldeo, he doesn't have a Water type. In Swift Swim, there's no rain that's going to occur from either side. So Poison Touch is the best thing. Even though this doesn't make contact. Even though this doesn't make contact. Like, I literally could throw any one in there. But when I started my base building, I was like, let's try and Touch Poison if we can. Do have Whimsicott here with Encore Psychic, Hidden Power Fire, and Moonblast. Psychic, because Nidoking is his best check to this thing outside of Ferrothorn and Zard, which I have covered. So Psychic, 2 shots, the King. I got my speeds all messed up here. Like, Archeops is slower than Zard. Archeops is faster than Zard now. That thing's faster than Zard now, unless it's timid. Encore with Prankster. That way I can potentially Encore the Charizard into D-Dancing. It's not the greatest plan in the world. Or Encore Zapdos into Roost, or something else gets Encored into a move that's useless. I don't know. It's an attempt to try to Encore his setup sweep. I don't know. Might not be the best. Psychic, as I said, is for Nidoking checking in. Hidden Power Fire is for Ferrothorn checking in. Moonblast is to hit Charizard as best as we can. Actually, does this thing get T-Wave? No, it gets Stun Spore. I run Stun Spore over Tailwind. Tailwind would give me +2 speed priority. Stun Spore. Tailwind. We're on Tailwind. Okay, not Encore, Tailwind. Okay, there we go. Again, I had to talk it out and think about it. On Prankster, Tailwind to give myself a chance against this Zard if it sets up on me. Moonblast that. Yep. So special attack that high. I need it that high to Oko. Nidoking with Psychic. Speed out, speed base Charizard. And the rest in bulk. Finally, we have Espeon again. Espeon and Seismitoad are my debates between my lead here, who I lead versus who I don't lead. I am Magic Bounce to bounce status moves and hazards back around because Ferrothorn's probably going to try and hazard stack. Because the big thing with Charizard X is it really, really appreciates hazard stacking. When you hazard stack with Zard X, it can OHKO things a lot easier. And so I see this Ferrothorn being a Spikes rock set, a double stack set. That way King doesn't have to carry rocks, and Diancie wouldn't have to carry rocks. Diggersby wouldn't have to carry spikes necessarily. So having Espeon here to check that is kind of the best bet for me. Which is why I'm Hidden Power Fire. I 2-shot with my Hidden Power Fire. That's why I'm 236 Modest. It's a guaranteed 2-shot on the Ferrothorn. So if the Ferrothorn leads versus Espeon, he can't set hazards. He has to attack me. Which allows me to Hidden Power Fire him and hopefully scare him out. Yeah, hopefully scare him out. I just want to double check here. Make sure I've got this calc right. Because this keeping first turn momentum is very, very important to me this match. I want to stay in control. So the best he can do is Gyro Ball me, which does 56 to 66. His Seeds, his Spikes, his Toxic, if he's this set, would all get bounced back at him. But I can 2-shot with HP Fire, which is pretty clean. The Cobra Berry is for Persian switching in on me and trying to hit me for a Dark-type move. Cut that in half. I can OHKO it with Signal Beam if it's offensive. Psyshock is there for Nidoking to take that out. And Wish, obviously, if I can Wish Pass into Archeops, who is going to have issues with Head Smash, into Infernape if it gets chipped, into Steela if it gets chipped. I can Wish myself up, potentially. Like, how the ideal first turn of this game goes is Espeon versus Ferrothorn. He Gyro Balls for damage or tries to knock off. Hopefully it's just Gyro Ball. I could Hidden Power Fire. Then he's going to switch off of Pharaoh into probably Persian. That turn I Wish. Then hopefully my Cobra's intact because Persian with, let's just say he's Bulky Pivot, not Nasty Plot. I only take 26 to 31, and if he's the Nasty Plot Persian, Dark Pulse does 32 to 38. After Gyro Ball, I'm potentially at 38, so he'd have to max roll me to kill. But I Wish on the Ferrothorn switch. If he kills me with Ferrothorn, he obviously was sacking Ferrothorn, but he kind of needs Ferrothorn to break other things, so he probably wouldn't get rid of Ferrothorn. I hope. And then I Signal Beam the next turn? No, that's not going to work. Because I take the 32. I'd Wish on the Persian switch. Persian would attack. I'd take the 32. I'd hit with Signal Beam. OHKO. Wish comes in. Espeon's back up halfway. Okay, yes, that's how I do this. That's the sequence. That's the ideal sequence, because then his Ferrothorn is half chipped, and his Alolan Persian is potentially gone. Alolan Persian being very, very annoying with its parting shot around, that sort of thing. So that's how I would envision this going. First few turns, that'd put me in a great starting position. Yeah, and then Bulk, obviously, for the rest of it, because I had speed. Again, I messed up my speeds. Because I'm trying to check that Charizard 3 different ways. That's what I'm supposed to be. Okay. Cool. Perfect. We got this. Alright, so that's going to be it for aABL Season 1. Hopefully we can pick up a win. So far we've picked up a win to start PCF and a win to start APA. So if I can get a win to start aABL, that'd be really, really clutch. All that. With that being said, please check out the links in the description down below. My Twitch, WWC Twitch, WWC's draft stream will be happening on my Twitch channel. I'm going to try and get Twitch up and running as soon as I get my internet fixed to where I can actually sustain streams. We'll be streaming Uno and all that other stuff. Griffin Feathers, aka Luca, his Twitter and DeviantArt are down there. Please go show him some love. He's the amazing artist that does all the artwork for the Weather Gamer channel. So please go show him some love. Discord, Weather Gamer Discord's down there. Please join that. It's a great place to hang out with me outside these videos. It's a family, basically. Everyone's treated like their family. I try not to let anybody get lost in the shuffle, so come join that if you'd like. Check out Ian's YouTube down below. I'll have that linked down below. You can see his team builder and his match perspective, as well as all the other videos that he does. And obviously, of course, because it's Dan's League, I'm going to link all of Dan's stuff down below, his Twitch, his Twitter, and his YouTube. Go check him out. So with all that being said, I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you guys in the next one. We'll be right back.